Hello, today we're going to be talking about Godless. This is a limited series that was released on Netflix. It's a Netflix original. It's 7 episodes. Most of them are a little under an hour. The first and the last ones are about an hour 15, an hour 20 minutes. And the basic idea is that there's a town called LaBelle that it was a mining town. And all the men that were able to mine uh, were working in the mine, but it collapsed and killed all of them. So all that's left is all the widows, the kids, and the men that were too old, or either they had jobs like the sheriff, or the I think there's one deputy who I'm not sure what he was doing before. They didn't really go into that. So that's what's left of this town. It's mostly women, with the sheriff and some older gentlemen and kids. And so that's the basic idea of Godless. It's showing that what happens when you're unprotected in the Wild West, basically. It doesn't say particularly which year it takes place in. There's railroads, there's mining, so there's that kind of technology, but it's still, there's marshals, but there's still a lot of states that haven't been made yet. So that part of it, I believe they're in Colorado, and it's still not a state at this point, so it's still kind of lawless. So what happens is Jeff Daniels plays this criminal who basically goes from mining town to mining town and steals all the gold. And when he's there, he wreaks havoc. So he has some history with another person called Roy Good, who kind of escaped from his gang and is trying to make good. And he ends up in this town, LaBelle. And that's why everybody's afraid. Some people are afraid because they know Roy Good and they know that Jeff Daniels is going to come looking for him. And some people are afraid because they're a mining town and Jeff Daniels is going through the mining towns. And he's got about 30 people with him. And they're not well-known actors, but if you'll see a lot of familiar faces. And they're very ruthless. Like they destroy towns, they kill women and children, they kill anybody, and they're not they're just not somebody you want to mess with, even when you're fully defensive. But when you don't have a lot of guns, you don't have a lot of horses, and most of the men in the town are dead, it leaves you in a really bad situation. So it's kind of like almost like a Magnificent Seven situation where they're trying to get people to help them. They're trying to defend themselves against this guy. Jeff Daniels plays a character called Frank Griffin. So they're trying to protect themselves against him. And there's a lot of story here. Like I said, it's probably about 8 hours worth of story, and it's well done. There are some parts that feel like they drag on a bit. The cinematography is great. The acting is great. Some of the story though could have been they probably could have cut it down to maybe 5 episodes and cut out a lot of the backstory that they give people. They talk more about a girl who doesn't even speak English than they do about themselves. Yeah, there's too much time spent on backstory, on giving everybody motivation, giving everybody reasons to be there, or reasons to leave. And there's some things that happen that are just kind of pointless, that go on for a long time and just lead to nowhere, or else they lead in a big circle, which I'm not going to go too much into, but it when you see it, it does get a little frustrating. but overall, it is good. It's worth a watch for sure. It's not one of those ones on Netflix that you want to binge too much, but just because like there are long episodes and they do have some spots in them that are drag on a little bit. But if you like westerns, this is definitely a good one. It's very graphic. It doesn't pull any punches. It doesn't go for a PG rating. It's graphic. The violence is graphic, and just the everyday Western life is shown in a gritty and realistic way. So, it's kind of like the Lonesome Dove series when that was on TV, and watching that, and like, you kind of shocked at what they were allowed to show on TV. But this is Netflix, so they're actually allowed to show more. So it's kind of like that. So don't be surprised at what you see, and if you're expecting like a realistic Western that's also really entertaining and has some good characters, this is a good one to watch. It's on Netflix. It's called Godless. 7 episodes, easy to watch. I would say it's definitely worth one watch on Netflix, and I'll be giving it a thumbs up on Netflix. So that's Godless, and it's available now. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, or all of the above. Thank you, and have a nice day.